Hey guys, we're up here on Lake Manitoba, only about 45-50 minutes away from Winnipeg, which is really a short drive. I know a lot of people, they go up to Lake Winnipeg, but Lake Manitoba has an abundance of fish. Now, I'm gonna start out with something today that everybody knows, but I don't think you can hear enough of, and everywhere in Manitoba, you have to pinch your barbs. So before you get out there and get after those fish, just make sure whatever you got on your line is pinched. It's a simple way to release fish safely, to just, basically it's the best health for the fish, and I actually agree with it, and sometimes do it outside of the province. But pinch your barbs, Lake Manitoba, here it comes.
Addiction, the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. An addiction is not desirable. It is something that overtakes your life. What happens when an addiction cannot be stopped? An addiction is stronger than any one drug with only one cure. The cure is not rehab. It is not medication. It is not a counselor. The only cure for us is the water beneath our feet, the rod in our hands, the anticipation of that next big bite, and the camaraderie we all share. This is Fish Addictions TV.
Fish Addictions TV is brought to you by Eskimo Ice Fishing Gear and the rest of our fine sponsors.
We're up here on Lake Manitoba, which is actually a really short drive from the US-Canadian border. And we're out here this week with Eric from Travel Manitoba, Will and Jesse, and I think we got the right crew put together for what we're expecting to have to do this week. I think without knowing too much about this lake, we're really gonna have to drill a lot of holes, do a lot of moving, and hopefully we can get a lot of those fish to cooperate. We're looking forward to being on a body of water that we've actually never been on before, and it's going to be a ton of fun breaking this lake down. I don't know what's down there, but he's chased me up twice.
Excited to start the year up in Canada where we ended the year last year. I'm talking about some buddies and I. Lake Manitoba, first time ever up here. Pretty excited. Kind of between Lake of the Woods and Lake Winnipeg for size. I believe Lake Manitoba is about 250,000 acres. Well, Winnipeg's almost 1 million and Lake of the Woods 100,000. So it's a big body of water, but we're fishing on the south end here. Going for walleyes. Heard some good things. Kind of excited to try a new lake. Just getting started here this evening. And word on the street or on the ice or on the bait shops is the bite gets good. It picks up around sunset and then into the evening.
Oh, there's a little guy. We're looking for bigger than that, but the sun's just going down. It's just getting started. I'm gonna put this back in. Bigger than that.
Nice. Sun's starting to go down. I looked over. Eric had a fish. I turned back. And this thing came flying in and nailed it. I didn't even see it on the electronics. Pretty excited. Bite starting. Boy, he just inhaled this thing.
Another one. We're in a bit of a flurry, Will. Lake Manitoba is known for a last light bite. It's pretty bankable. You can go an hour or two after dark and you'll hammer fish. Early morning's good too. So it's a run and gun bite during the day, but a lot of times you'll come out here for last light and you'll hammer a pile of walleye like we're doing right now.
Before the spot, before the hole, before the bait. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings, the best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands. When you get the strike, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
At Eskimo, we have the tools to help you enjoy your time on the ice. If you're looking for a lighter, faster, smoother auger, check out the Pistol Bit. Weighing only 4 pounds and optimized for efficiency, the Pistol will maximize the life of your cordless drill battery, cut quickly, and easily re-drill old holes. Thanks to its stable centering point. Check out the Pistol and our full line of products at geteskimo.com.
Manitoba, Canada's heart beats.
I always like to have 2 rods going, try different things, see what works. I've got the finder on the 1 hole here. It's just too much to keep looking back and forth.
Love it when a plan works. Like I was saying, wait a little bit. Sun's starting to go down. This one's a little bit bigger. We're gonna put this one back. Fish are starting to bite. We got camera guy running all over the place. People are catching fish. Ooh, the big one's next. It was wild because what I did is started out at about 12, 13 foot of water and made about 4 or 5 moves. I suppose about 75 yards. And I was marking smaller fish out shallow. And I was getting better marks. I was marking smaller fish out deeper. And the shallower I got, the nicer the marks got. So now I'm at about 9, 10 foot of water. And every fish that's come on the screen now has bit. Where before, they just come in and look at it. Every single fish now that's come on the screen has grabbed it and just inhaled it.
Yeah, fishing early ice out here, the days are pretty short, so last light comes pretty fast. You're out here 8 till about 4. Later the season goes, you get a lot longer day. You can be fishing out here 8 p.m., 9 p.m. kind of thing. So you get a lot more time on the ice. And that last light period lasts for a good 2-3 hours. Whereas right now, that sun dipped down pretty quick on us. Oh! Woo! You got it, brother? Yeah, I'll let you go.
Oh, get it in. Oh boy, come here, buddy. Oh yeah, on the board. Finally on the board. They kind of live in a Dumptyville over here and dumped the last 5 at the hole. But number 6 came in and smoked that rattlebait. Probably about a 21, 22. Beautiful fish anywhere you go. Look at her back because it's cold.
We're gonna get up at the crack of dawn tomorrow and get that early bite. It should be really good. After that, we're gonna run and gun for a bit and look for an active pod during the day. And then once we find a good active zone, we're gonna probably sit on that for the last light bite again.
Coming out to Manitoba used to be one of those things that, you know, people used to dream about doing and, you know, maybe doing once in their lifetime. And you're starting to see more and more trend of people starting to get out of the comfort zone, go north, go longer miles. And it's really starting to be, you know, a hot commodity. And it's really paying off. There's a lot of fish up here. There's lots of different places to fish. And you never really know what you're going to tie into, which makes it that much more interesting.
So I think the goal for today is we're kind of in a different part of the lake than we started out last night. We're in a lake that has more structure. So we're gonna jump from these structure areas and try to find that key depth where these fish are hanging out at. You know, this is gonna be a trial and error type thing. So it's probably gonna be a lot of moving, a lot of drilling, and maybe even a lot of switching baits up. Last night the rattle baits were working, some spoons were working. So we're right back at those baits right away again this morning. But you know, only time will tell. Do we hit them on this first structure that we're on? We're kind of spread out around it. They're not huge pieces of structure, so they're easy to cover fast, and we'll see where it goes from there.
And he's on.
Don't pull the line like you did last time.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice eye, human.
Nice eye.
That was dead fish.
Dead fish, yeah. Nice fish.
Prairie gold, they
Prairie
call
gold,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys got to explain that prairie gold, because you got the greenbacks of Winnipeg.
Everyone knows the greenbacks.
Yeah.
And then we've been talking about golden walleyes in the northern region for a while now. And out here, it's prairie, like prairie gold we call them. So anything in our southwest, western parkland region, the walleyes around here are prairie gold. And they got that yellowish tinge, you'll notice on that one there.
Yeah, nice fish.
Oh yeah, yeah. And they tend to be thicker, like they're fatter. Pound for pound, they seem to be the heavier walleyes in the province. So
We've caught plenty of perch, so I'm sure they're gorging on those
they're
perch.
well fed on those things. Now there's Cisco in there, there's perch, and there's like tiny minnows, and it makes the prairie gold. So let's go get some more of those.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got into some fish last night. Last night's pretty, like I mentioned before, it's bankable out here. The day is, it can be a bit of a grind. It's not easy, we gotta go search for them. So we're gonna hunt them down here. The walleyes, they roam around this lake here, and if you get on top of a pod, it can be really good. But the key is finding them. So we're trying a whole bunch of different depths. It's a shallow lake, so we're fishing mostly anywhere from 7 to 12 feet. It's all just a matter of finding some bait fish, and we find the bait fish, we'll find these walleyes. So we're gonna try here for a bit more. We're probably gonna head off that way and make a big move and see if there's something over there.
Guys, this week's product showcase of the week is going to be the pistol bit. Now up here in Manitoba, the way we're drilling a ton of holes, moving, packing back up, drilling more holes, this thing has been just a lifesaver. It's so light. This is the lightest drill auger on the market, the pistol bit. Make sure to check out runnings.com or all your running stores for this week's product of the week, the pistol bit.
Runnings, your home farm and outdoor store with over 40 locations.
Get up here, there's a lot of water up here, and some of these bigger lakes can be really intimidating, but it's literally just breaking it down, picking out little pieces of structure. You know, out here there's a little structure, a lot of shoreline stuff, points, little depressions. Any little thing like that is going to hold fish.
He's there, he's back. Look at this. Oh my God, you can see his tail swimming. It's unbelievable. Dude, you gotta get the live scope. That is so sick. That's a good fish, too.
That's awesome.
Just the benefits of live scope right there. Getting back. But we're sitting here watching, bringing him up and down, and you can see exactly the way how he's reacting to the bite. You know, with flashers, you can tell a lot of what's going on, but with this live scope, it is unbelievable how you can see every movement of that fish, how it's reacting to every movement you're making. That is why live scope is a game changer.
There's one. Here we go. Just like clockwork. Sun's starting to go down. It's supper time here for the fish. Just like that. Really aggressive. Didn't even really mark it for too long. It showed up on the screen and slam. Put that back in. There it goes. Oh, there's a fish on right there. So that bite is starting, like I said. I was saying. There's another one on a eyeball jig and a little bit of salted minnow. Look at that. Beautiful. Feisty one. I put that one back. They tend to school up around the same size. Oh, there it goes. Hopefully there's a few bigger ones mixed in. Up in Manitoba, we use a lot of salted minnow, so I'm going to tip that with a salted frozen minnow and drop it back down and see if we can get another one.
Here we are, prime time again. Made a quick little change. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's put this back in the water so we can grow to be bigger. It's cold out here. What's really cool, so I'm using the rip and wrap, or a lipless crankbait, and wanted to make a change, wanted to be a little more subtle, wanted to try a dead stick, but the water around here is so dirty. So what I did is I picked up a flashbang, put a red glow stick in there. Seems like fish always like pink. Dropped that down, let it sit, and I just didn't ignore it, but I could see it on my Panoptics off to the side. I looked over, there's a fish staring at it. As soon as I picked it up about 3-4 inches, it just hammered it. So I want to get it back down. If this works tonight, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Small. Oh, he's a little guy. I got him.
Yeah! Bill! I got him! Off at the top of the hole. We're just getting in the last light. The best time of the day to catch walleyes. Woo! They are mean. Woo! Get this girl back. Catch us another. Let's go, let's go. Here we go, here we go.
Here it comes again. Same one probably. Got it. Finger in the mouth. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh. Awesome. Out in 12 foot of water, came in 9 foot. Dropped my dead stick down, and this beauty shows up before I even got my my rip and wrap down, and there's more fish down there too. So I'm gonna put this back. The night bite is on. Here we go. Lake Manitoba, look at these. These are beautiful golden fish. Tipping it with a as they call it up here, salty, frozen shiner. Since I'm dead sticking it, I'm not worried about putting the bait buttons on there, the bait stops, because I'm not jigging it, there's no motion. So I'm just dead sticking it. So I don't need to worry about my bait falling off if I get hooked on there decent to start with.
Yeah, these marks are coming in one after another right now. Right on cue, evening bite. Oh, there's 2 on this screen yet. And he's on. Oh, bit of a, oh, what do I have here? There are northern pike. Oh, it's a nice walleye. Oh, that's a nice walleye. Oh, let's get it out. Look at that. Yeah. Prairie gold. That is a great prairie gold specimen. It's about 20 inches or so, but that, like in my hand here, that weighs a good 3.5 pounds, 4 pounds. And there's another one swimming in there too. Look at that.
There we go. Oh, come back. And he's gone.
Before the spot, before the hole, before the bait. It starts with a passion, and that passion starts at Runnings, the best gear and supplies from the most trusted brands. When you get the strike, will you be ready? Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
The all-new Eskimo pistol bit is the ultimate weapon to pair with your 1/2-inch high-torque cordless drill if you want to be mobile and destroy the ice in a hurry. At just under 4 pounds, nothing will slow you down, as this unit was engineered to cut fast, cut smooth, and maximize the battery life of your cordless drill. Best of all, it's lightweight, so it won't wear you out. If you've been considering a cordless drill auger bit, we challenge you to try the pistol and find something you don't like about it.
What a beautiful fish. Well, basically what's going on here is we've been here, this is our second night, and it's been a little bit slower for us during the day. It's probably darker than it needs to be. I got my sunglasses on, but basically right as the sun is dropping below the trees, the fish just turn on. You mark very little the last couple hours, and then right as the sun, like I said, hits the trees, they just go crazy. So what that's allowing us to do is to get into a spot, get set up, hunker down, and really just concentrate on the fish that are active in our area. And there's a lot of them. There was 2 other ones with this one. We're gonna keep just a couple for a little appetizer. So this one's coming back with us, and I think we got a good couple hours here on the ice. What a beautiful fish. Look at that thing.
This is what we want, guys. We got triples, we got quadruples, we got doubles, we got it, you name it. Awesome sunset, northern Manitoba. This is what we're here for. This is what we love. Ice fishing walleyes at its best. Boom. Just like that, we're gonna get another one and another.
This one slammed it. I missed it the one time, it came back and slammed it again. It's another decent one. Look at this fish. Oh! I don't care if my hands are getting cold. It's worth it when you're catching fish like this. Look at that! Oh! 24-inch prairie gold right there. Slammed the rattle bait. Oh, the last light bite. I mean, that's what you come for out here on Lake Manitoba. Look at that fish. There we go. Look at that. Last light bite. There's another one down the hole. Woo! Well, the rattle bait is definitely outfishing the spoon. Whoa, there we go. It wants to go back in. It's going. There you go. Tiny little rattle bait. We downsized from the bigger ones, and they tend to be inhaling these ones now. No questions asked.
Hey guys, that's a wrap here on Lake Manitoba. I want to thank Eric and Keaton for tagging along with us. Man, it was a grind, I'm not gonna lie, but the fish cooperated at the last moment. But we kind of knew what we were getting into. We knew these fish were gonna be kind of biting just before dark into dark, and that's exactly what happened here. We caught a lot of fish tonight.
Arms are sore, man. Hook sets all over the place, which is great.
Guys, I have no idea where we're gonna be next week, but I know one thing: we're gonna be sharing a lot of laughs. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So we'll see you guys next week.
Don't make me break out the Laffy Taffy. I will. Don't. It's almost like the bet we had or whatever. Mike dared Will to eat that sour cream back at the cafe. Don't dare me. I will break out the Laffy Taffy. How long it is, but if I'm thinking about dropping down closer to an inch and a quarter, inch and a half, I don't know what size these babies are. Where are they? I got some secret baits in here somewhere.